to YouTube fam, it's your girl TK, and I am at home vlogging. And I decided that I wanted to get online real quick and speak to you guys about Miss Beyoncé Knowles Carter. Today in this video, we're going to be talking the Mrs. Carter World Tour. Now, before I get into all the good, I want to ask you to say, hey, Mrs. Carter. You know what? When I heard her say that, catchy phrase, I knew she was serious. I knew she was serious about her vows, her commitment, her man. And if you guys aren't aware, Mrs. Beyoncé is married to Sean Carter, also known as Jay-Z. Now, I want to give you a fun fact about Beyoncé as well as Jay-Z. The first thing that I want you guys to note here is that Beyoncé and Jay-Z were married on April 4th, 2008. Were you aware of that? Well, if you are a part of the Beehive, I'm sure you have been because you followed them. I mean, Beyonce is like this Cinderella, this queen. She is actually the queen bee. She actually made a community off of being this royal queen bee. Now, I want you guys to know when Mrs. Beyoncé or Beyoncé went on tour as Mrs. Carter, one of the fun things that she was trying to get her, audience, the followers that she has built among the years to note was that she was a queen. As a matter of fact, a lot of the things that she wore, the catchy phrases and etc., the characteristics were from actual queens, like Miss Queen Elizabeth. If you guys don't know, Queen Elizabeth just died. Now, and rest in peace to Miss Queen Elizabeth before I go further. Now, before I go on, I want you guys to know something. Today, we're going to be talking Mrs. Carter World Tour as well as comparing it, to the Renaissance World Tour. The reason being is because I want you guys to know something. Beyonce out here is giving us a whole different vibe. Back in the days, Beyonce, when she was doing her Mrs. Carter World Tour, she did that in about 2013. I think that tour went on in April 2013. Let me just verify that real quick. Yes, the tour was April 15, 2013, and it ended on March 27, 2014. Okay, so it went on for like a year. And when she was on this tour, what Miss Beyoncé wanted you guys to know was not only that she was the queen of her castle, but she was married to a man that she appreciated, she adored. This is what the Mrs. Carter World Tour gave to her following. She honored her vows. She was committed to her man. She celebrated, her ceremony, her wedding ceremony, and she was doing that with her followers. But if you look at her on this Renaissance World Tour, Beyoncé Knowles Carter is definitely giving us a whole different vibe. One of the things that we have learned to appreciate about Miss Beyoncé was what she would say to her followers. Hey, Mrs. Carter, can I get you to say, hey, Mrs. Carter? It was something that everybody was so excited to hear her say. If you listen to her on this Renaissance World Tour, not one time did she mention that she was Mrs. Carter. As a matter of fact, Beyonce is saying, I want to go missing. I need a prescription. You know what? I can't even sing. But yeah, she's saying she wants to go missing. She needs a prescription. And she's trying to sit on top of you. You know what I'm saying? So this woman right now, Mrs. Carter, who she is now, is a whore. And it's it's unfortunate that she's giving us these vibes because it's like, why is Jay-Z sitting in a crowd watching his woman being ground on, almost like she got her legs cocked open, ready to be fucked by other men, and he's celebrating it. But he's not only celebrating it by himself, he actually has his children in the crowd watching these egregious acts. Almost as if they're in this open relationship. My question to you is, are they in this open relationship? How long have they been in this open relationship? And why has the Beehive not even spoke about this open relationship online? It is definitely giving interesting. Not one time has Miss Beyoncé screamed, hey, Mrs. Carter. Or let me get you to say, hey, Mrs. Carter. I mean, people were so excited ecstatic for Miss Beyonce. We all enjoyed knowing that she was a married woman. We wanted to see her work things out. Hell, even with Lemonade, people were fighting for her. I even seen a man get on stage saying, like, Jay-Z, how you gonna try like that? That's a good woman, yada, yada. People were always fighting to see that Beyonce and Jay-Z, their relationship, they wanted to see them work things out. So to see that she's coming on stage as a whore, as a 41-year-old whore with 3 children, even though age don't have nothing to do with what how you want to whore or flaunt your body, but she's 41 years old, 3 children, and she's out here just being, just free. She wants to go missing, and I actually did a video just to show you guys like how to file a complaint if someone decides that they want to grab her and go. Honestly, Beyonce is a thriller, a real life thriller, because it seems like she's giving us a scam right now. Or is it maybe acting that, Jay-Z's now wanting to celebrate his wife humping or being sexually active or getting sexual attention from other men, because I've read stories, or I even heard Beyonce talk about stories where she would say Jay-Z wasn't that type of man. He was not like that. He would not play those type of games. But now Mrs. Carter is free and loose. It is definitely a very interesting situation, a very interesting topic. Anyhow, I just wanted to share a little bit about Mrs. Carter, Beehive, Beyonce, Queen B, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to get your thoughts, opinions, and attitudes on this whole situation, because a lot of what Miss Beyonce is doing, it's really not it's not really adding up. 2 + 2 is 4, not 15, honey. And we need her to act like she married, like she love her husband, or unless she doing what Miss Tina Lawson is doing, and it's just trying to cover up the fact that she's going through a divorce. It's just really an interesting topic right now. And yeah, y'all just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm not going to make this video very long. I know I was out here just mumbling and telling you guys how I feel. Hopefully this video came out very well. I'm still going to put it up however it came out or whatever. Also, I want you guys to know today was a very hot day for me. It was like 105 degrees out, y'all. When I say it was hella hot, it was so hot. Actually, it's like super late and I'm cooking some salmon and I don't even feel like eating it. It's just been such a hot day. It's just so depressing. All we can do is pray for this weather out here, because it's like terrible. But anyhow, I'm not gonna make this video any much longer. Peace, love, and happiness, guys. I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.